Hey guys, how's it going? So welcome back to the second video of the 8th edition build-up for me from the Scrumpy Kiwi. So here I've got the Astra Militarum starter box set all built up, as you can see. I'm just going to go through and show you guys what I've done because I really wanted my force to be quite personalised, very customised, heavily customised in some parts. And just wanted to show you guys sort of what you can do really with the kit. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best person to be giving that advice out because there are better people out there who do this sort of stuff, but just to show you guys the sky's the limit. So, what have I done first? Well, starting off with basically a very basic, well, nothing at all done to it, to be honest, is the Commissar, the Prefectus Commissar. As you can see, standard out the kit. I've just put him on a slightly larger base to denote the fact he is a HQ, but I can change that over if that's going to be a problem. He's got his plasma pistol there and the power sword, and apart from that, yeah, real nice kit. Just turned out real nice. All these little cables here attached to it everywhere really easily, so yeah, no problems. Second of all, we've got here is the sergeant of the squad, and as you can see again, I've sort of gone for this running position, and he's got here a grenade he's pulled out ready to throw perhaps into a bunker. He's got all of his gear on him, and I like the fact the helmet is him yelling because of course it makes it look a little bit more dynamic that he's charging forward. And the pistol is from Puppets War, and I just chose to give him that pistol because I don't know, it looks like he's got a prosthetic hand, like a cybernetic hand, and the pistol just looked perhaps like he'd had to quickly pick up whatever was lying around. Perhaps he found like every planet's got their own way of doing stuff in the Imperium, even if it is, it's roughly the same sort of thing. So this is either like a bolt pistol or a las pistol or some sort of simple auto pistol that he's got. Radio guys, pretty simple. The kneeling guys that you may be able to see here and here, they are the chaps from the support guys that you see at the back there, the heavy weapons team. I've taken their knees because I wanted some of my guys to look like perhaps they were lining up a shot or were perhaps holding position. But I will show you this guy here. What I've done is I've just taken the las gun and just cut off the barrel and replaced it with an auto gun one, just for something a little bit different. Nothing too crazy. Perhaps that will focus up a little bit better. Go on. Go on. Go on. Focus. Go on. It's not going to do it, is it? It hates me. It does. It hates me. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. There we go. Even though it's basically back where it was. But yeah, there you go. So very simple, but again, just something a little different to everyone else's. Something a little bit more extensive is this chap here. I wanted, even though these guys are all going to be armed with las guns and the like, I wanted, my camera is so rubbish. Go on. Just put that there. There you go. Even though they're all armed with las guns, I wanted something a little bit more interesting, And I saw this spade, again, in amongst all the bits you can put on the heavy weapons team, on their base. So, you can basically put all these little bits and bobs on there to sort of make it look a bit more interesting. I felt like I was sort of missing an opportunity here, so I thought I was influenced by a piece of artwork I'd seen of some Russian soldiers during World War II. There's a piece of artwork I saw, I can't remember where it was, but it was them like in a trench fighting the Germans, and there was this one guy with a spade held up ready to sort of stove someone's head in, and I just thought it really just was the savagery of it really sort of got me, and I was like, yeah, I've got to try and do something like that. Likewise, this chap here, I've cut off the arm off of a Chaos Cultist and given him this sort of this hodgepodge, whatever you want to call it, some sort of crudely made weapon. And again, he's sort of charging forward, and I've for some reason got a helmet on it hanging off him, even though he's already wearing one. I think it was because I did originally put a sergeant's head on him, but I didn't like the idea of having two bare heads because it may make it slightly confusing in the middle of a game to who was actually the sergeant. Again, this guy is meant to be armed with a las gun, and I should really stick one on his back, but I just didn't want to clutter him up too much. But there you go, he's got an auto pistol as well, just to make it look like these guys are sort of in the middle of a city, they're fighting, yeah, they're trying to make the most out of whatever they can get their hands on. This guy down here, he's kneeling as well, but again, as you can see, he's got an auto gun. I really like the auto guns. I really wish that I could get more models actually armed with them, not have to do these. It's not difficult, but it's a bit of a pain. As you can see on this side here, where I've had to try and cut away all the bits of the Chaos Cultist, it has made it a bit messy, but it's not the end of the world. It's not too bad. Yeah, so I'm happy with it. Once it's all painted up, you won't really be able to tell. Now, the one that I'm really happy with, well, actually no, sorry, before that, let's just show off this guy here, who's just sort of, I like the idea, he's sort of bringing his pistol round to pop off a couple of shots. He's got a grenade in his hand here. There's his las gun on the back. Now, going back to what I was saying just a second ago, the one that I'm really happy with is this one. And this is my, of course, rocket launcher, missile launcher, whatever you want to call it. This is my heavy weapons team. And I did not want to do them in the normal position that they come in, because I knew that from the second I saw the box online. I was like, I'm gonna do something real interesting with this. So using a multitude of parts from the infantry, I used the running legs and the pointing hand from the sergeant, and various other bits of kit and stuff like that from them, and I've done them running, moving position, and the only weapon out of the box that actually looks suitable to have a human being try and reasonably carry over a shoulder is the rocket launcher. And though you can't see it, you may be able to just make out his face. I tried to get one that looked like he was grimacing, like he was really like, oh god, you know, this thing's heavy. Not oh god, oh emperor, this is heavy. And you know, the hand resting over there, and this hand up here sort of steadying it, and then his mate here who's carrying the missile, pointing over there, perhaps saying, you know, quick, we're going to get to cover there, or you know, enemy tank ahead or something like that. And they've got all their kit on them as well. These satchels look awesome. I love them so much. And then I've just stuck on these binoculars on the backpack as well to make it look like he's, you know, they're going to set up and try and sight in on something. And then it was simply just sticking on the sandbags and putting on some cork as a bit of rubble, just to make give the base a little bit of just, you know, give it a bit of clutter on it, just to, you know, make it look like they were charging for a building. And now for the big boy himself, who I loved building, is hang on, I'll tell you what, I'm going to move these chaps back so I can fill the camera with the tank. Yeah, I loved building the Lehman Russ. It was awesome. Here we go. So here's my Lehman Russ, and the camera's just already going to be a pain. Go on, focus, please, focus. Oh, that was, you like got a second, you got like a half a second worth of image. Go on, let's try and shovel these guys back. Got like a minute. I want to try and do my videos now under 10 minutes because I've been making them very long recently. Here we go. So there you go. So this is of course the Lehman Russ, and as you can see, I've got the melters on the sponsoons. The sponsoons are a little bit stiff at the moment. Las cannon here on the front, and then I've gone for the Vanquisher cannon, I think it is. Please tell me this spins still. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So yeah, that was really cool. I made it up, and of course I wanted to do my own thing. So I've made this sort of gimbal sort of business going on here out of the tripod from the heavy weapons team, and done this bolter here. I've then taken the ammo feed from this ammo crate, cut it down, stuck it in there, and then it looks like it's got a refill, and my camera's unfocused again because it's a ass. Let's see if we can turn the turret. There we go. Yeah, turret turns. There we go. The guy up there, of course, the commander's up there. He's got the flashlight on, and then these steps as well, these like handles, so he can like sort of climb up here and then up here, and then there's one at the back here, and he climbs up that and jumps in. This kit that I've got must have been a very old one, because the instructions to make it were a nightmare to follow. The new ones the new instructions for GW are a lot easier to understand, because they of course number all the pieces up, and then when it comes to instructions, the pieces all, you put part A5 with so and so, and that's very simple. This one though, with the exception of the tracks, barely anything was numbered up, and it made it an absolute nightmare to build. But I still enjoyed it, so I can't say much more than that. So yeah, I love this kit. I'm really happy with how it's turned out, and very excitingly, as I was making either the guys there at the back finishing them off or making this, knock on the door, postman there, and delivered my Cadian Armoured Fist box set. So that's a Chimera and another squad of guys I get to crack on with. Another thing there, I've just got a canister there as well, and I guess it's the battery pack or something from the heavy weapons team, just as like a toolkit stuck on the back there. So yeah, I think that for the beginnings of my Imperial Guard force, like I said, it's not going to be huge, but it's going to be enough that I'm going to be happy with it. Play a couple small games here and there, and yeah, I'm happy with how it's begun. Everything feels unique in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but leave comments and whatever, and I shall see you next time with a review of the Armoured Fist box set. So take it easy, guys. Have a good one, and yeah, see you next time on the Scrumpy Kiwi. Bye bye.